himself to a high standard, especially on how he's going to perform in bracket. You know, he sets goals for himself, and he's a goal-oriented type of player. You know, I went to Showdown Battle Royale 1. Big Mac was with me, and we carpooled with Lordstrom, and he was like, yo, if there's going to be a few Ryus here, I have goals. I want to try to take them out. And I like that state of mind that he always plays in. So let's see if he has that state of mind here versus Tweek, man.
It's when you really need it.
I'm telling you.
You need to keep your mind clear and free of distractions, because Tweek's mindset lately has been incredible. So
yes,
he's going to be playing at maximum. Right now, though, being able to find these disparate hits, but not, again, able to hit as hard as Cloud is right now. We see 99%, definitely a death percent from Limit Shenanigan.
Oh, with the grab, that could have been big damage on board there. Doesn't matter. Good footwork here by Tweek. Gets the run out, comes back in, finds the grab, and even catches the air dodge with the dash attack. Tweek, always on the money.
Oh, nice crouch, though, making his profile so low that he's going to be picked up by the up air.
Tweek looking pretty good right now. Kind of has Big Mac shook just a little bit. Big Mac looking to cross him up with a lot of these aerials here. Tweek just having none of it.
A lot of patience by both sides. Oh, but that fast fade back up air is going to take out Big Mac's first stock. And just like every single set we've seen him here today, Tweek ends up closing out that first stock of the set with, you know, pretty good health and full limit ready to go to make quick work of the next stock.
Yeah, you know, kind of has the same mindset that Big Mac has goals and has tasks at hand, you know, coming into this match. And he's just like, you know what, I got to keep this limit as long as possible. And it's worked for him up until this point. I want to see if Big Mac can try to nullify it. I like to see more usage and utilization just of, you know, of needles. I think it's a pretty strong tactic to keep Cloud at bay. It forces him to kind of have to jump in at you. And then, you know, Sheik just being so fast there, I mean, you know, she can catch just about anything that moves.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, if you happen to miss, like, a landing trap at the end of the day, it's like, well, I'll just toss needles in the direction and get at least some free damage. And right there, we do see Big Mac actually charging up needles little bit by little bit. He recognizes that he doesn't have all the time in the world against Tweek. Tweek having such strong reactions that he can't actually charge more than a single needle before Tweek gets in his face.
Oh, what the? Okay, goes for the up throw that time. He's going to go for it again. Nope. Goes for the back throw and the immediate air dodge there by Tweek, but resets the situation once more.
Finds that air dodge into the platform and ends up taking it with the cross-up up air.
It didn't look like that was going to kill. That was weird.
I mean, that's the power of the cross-up up air, is that you have to DI it in the opposite direction as the opponent. So Tweek got mixed up there.
Okay. That's all right. Big Mac still has to come to Tweek here. You know, has a lot of ground to make up here, but you know, trying to close that gap out. And I think he's doing it in a pretty dominant fashion here. You know, being able to find safe openings as well. That's what it's going to be all about here. Okay, a little too spontaneous. Looked like he was going for a nair that time. Sheik just stuffing it out with that up air.
Oh, manages to roll right past through that back air. That's really good for Big Mac, but he's at 111%. He doesn't have many more chances to go. Tweek just looking for that one last hit, not trying to commit that much. Big Mac actually now calling out his empty jumps, just jumping forward with some aerials.
Right, oh, okay. Wow, and then he grabs him out of that jab animation.
Oh, so close to punishing that jump up forward air. Not quite coming together, though.
Wow, Big Mac being relentless here right now. Tweek really struggling to land here. There's an up air trying to stall out his landing. It doesn't matter, though. Big Mac finds an opening for an up air. Can he get another one?
Looks for another platform trap, doesn't find it. Tweek falls down with the neutral air. No stretcher happening this time.
Okay, I think he almost fell on that platform. I was a little afraid for him.
Oh, and there we have it. The immediate run-up up air. Closing out Tweek's attempt to escape from that situation with the double jump. Big Mac takes the first game. Like you said, he definitely looks like he has a goal in mind. Able to, like, even if he lost that game, the fact that his first game against Tweek was going down to the wire like that, really remarkable stuff. Like, and that just, Tweek's Bayo. This is a really good Bayonetta, actually. Like, this isn't just some random pocket. He's been building this thing from what K-Tara says, like, since April. Yeah. And it really shows.
We kind of talked about it briefly. I believe the last saga I went to, it was either ARMS or Nairo saga, but I had a chance to grab some coffee with Tweek, and he just kind of talked about his Bayo and how he wanted to start implementing that, you know. So think his Bayo's come along a very long way, and this looks pretty good for the most part. You know, didn't he just play it at a recent tournament?
He won Leo Saga by going Bayo into
That's what it
Ken.
was. That's what it was, yeah. So this is nothing to sleep on by any means.
And already finding himself in a pretty good situation. But I mean, this is the same thing we saw last. Oh my goodness. The pressure just does not stop, but Bayonetta's range of threat is so much larger than Cloud's can be.
Barely making it out of that situation, man. Almost caught the bandage though with the down smash. Would have sent them clear into the blast zone. All right, here we go. Big old K2 with grab attempts. Not gonna be able to SD out of that. Eats a ton of damage.
This is so scary for Big Mac right now, and we have Tweek's movement just being so on point, really making the correct calls. Like even when things whiff or don't come together, you can clearly see Tweek knew what Big Mac was going to do.
Oh, agreed. Okay, up air from up underneath here. You know, despite the strong start that Tweek has, it kind of looks like Big Mac is slowly but surely chiseling his way back into this back throw. Not going to be enough to do it though.
Tweek looking for a ledge trap. Oh, is not able to punish the roll get up, and just like that, F-Tilt up there, not going to do it, but so close. And look, that's only at 93%. Rage Sheik is so real.
Oh, wow. Oh, man, that sucks to see.
Oh, man, we were talking about earlier the risk of grenade, and like especially when you get a miss-input grenade instead of an up B, and almost killing right there.
Not every Sheik goes for that. It's a good option, especially when you're getting hit with a lot of ledge pressure. Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, it's just scary to do it because if it misses, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And right now, Tweek is not slowing down for a minute, and there he goes, already finding the witch twist off the top, thanks to Town and City. Now, I imagine that Big Mac probably was fine with Town and City, right? Because he was expecting another Cloud fight.
Right.
So he didn't ban Town and City, and so he's like, we'll run it back, and then here's my Bayo.
Here's my Bayo. Now, I don't believe Big Mac has any other characters up his sleeve, and if he does, I don't expect to see them this late in the bracket. I think he's one of those types of players that, hell, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
It's worked for me this far, so let's see what I can do with it.
Yeah, the solo main life, it does have its benefits, where especially after sets, you don't ever have to second guess, like, man, did I pick the right character, though?
Right.
You know, like, he has full confidence in that. He doesn't have to ask that question. He gets to focus more on just the meat of the play itself.
And it's Sheik, too.
And it is Sheik, so if you're going to solo main someone. Yeah.
Last I'd taken her, she was pretty awesome.
She's kind of decent. I mean, according to Salem, maybe top 30.
Right.
But
she's mad decent, at best. Okay. Punishes all 3 hits there of forward air on shield. Interesting stuff. Usually we see like that first hit, they want to play it safe. If it misses, you know, it was just on shield, and if it lands, obviously it's a combo starter, but that was interesting to see.
Here we go again, another forward air. Doesn't fully come together though. And that is one thing that's going to actually help Big Mac a lot, though, is that his recovery looks so much harder to exploit for Bayonetta compared to like a lot of the other Bayo matchups we've seen today.
Right.
He so far has not been contested at all on his way back to the stage, and I think that the ability to just get more guesses is allowing him to keep this matchup really close.
Wow. Yeah, definitely close, and a little too close for comfort here for Tweek, man. He's kind of spending the majority of this match, and some of the last one as well, keeping Big Mac off stage. And I know it's a tall task to try to edge guard Sheik of any level. You know, she has a lot of recovery options, but, you know, if there's one character that can do it and make it look relatively easy, it's going to be Bayonetta. Oh, he said, you tried that. They put some small damage on, too. Oh, wow, look at the pivot grab.
Yeah, it looks like his ledge trapping instincts still carry over from Cloud. Tweek is as strong as ever in that respect. And already, the bullet climax actually killing there.
Yeah. You know, I think, you know, when he gets Big Mac off stage, using the bullet arcs to put damage on too. You know, even when your opponent isn't like up to date on it, it's so smart.
Yeah. It's just like Sheik Needles, right? It's free damage. You'd be a fool to pass it up.
Right, but it just doesn't make the opponent flinch, and I think that's what makes it so dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, witch timing through that. Still barely alive. Big Mac looking to keep putting on this pressure. Oh, that whiff grab attempt to punish Tweek's own whiff grab. Big Mac, though, does find himself again in another edge guard situation. Forward air ending up being what seals the deal.
Right, now that was beautiful here.
170% Smashville, though, able to do the rest of the work. And dead even otherwise in terms of percent.
Man, Bayo's neutral is just so good. I know people say that it's bad or you know, just whatever. Like, we hear all the jokes, but I think it's not bad. It's very simplistic. you know, and everything kind of converts into the task at hand, which is finding conversions and trying to get you done off the top.
And there's so much fear involved with that neutral as well, right? And that's what helps make her neutral feel so powerful, is that if she gets any of her hits together, any of her punishes, they all lead to death.
Right.
And it makes the opponent like want to second guess everything they do, and that just gives you more free pressure just by existing.
Yeah, it gives you more wiggle room in the matchup, as you see. Tweek creating space. Oh, okay, didn't quite get the full animation of the up special. Snap ledge immediately.
Oh, catching the end of the air dodge. And Big Mac up 2-1 against Tweek.
Is this the year of the Big Mac? I mean, Midwest Mayhem A, it was Ned. Now, Big Mac?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this Big Mac's looking like he's part of an extra large combo.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
This is extremely filling.
Fries and the drink. And the toy, too.
do they have kid meals, Big Macs? That probably contributes to the obesity epidemic. Anyway.
You can pay for them separately. I've been doing it, man.
Oh, you've been doing it?
I mean, they got Pokemon cards in the Happy Meal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah, man.
Pokemon cards is more than acceptable. But anyway, we got Lilat. Game 4. No, this is a very strong pick for Bayonetta. Actually, a little bit surprising to not see it banned by Big Mac, given especially when the stage is on tilt. Bayonetta gets to pitch up a tent on one side of the stage and shoot bullets clear across the other.
Right, absolutely. Okay, empty high right to the first hit of forward air. I like what I'm seeing here that time. You know, not going for all 3 hits, playing this one a little bit safer. Oh, okay, try to punish that miss which time attempt. That's all about precision right there. Oh my God.
So much damage just from a single opening. You don't even need the stock, like we said.
Now she can do some silly things on this stage as well too. You know, people talk about Lilat, and all jokes aside, I think the stage it's pretty okay.
Yeah,
it's decent.
Yeah,
like kind of like how Salem thinks Sheik is in this game. I think it's like on that level. I think it's okay. Could definitely be better, but it could be a lot worse as well.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a nice stage layout to have, and especially you can tell it's necessary for the meta just by the fact that people go here in tournament play, and it takes 2 people to go to Lilat. One person not to ban it, another person to say, hey, that looks like a good map.
Takes 2 to tango, you know what I mean?
Ooh!
Wow.
Right there, being able to read that DA, landing that up air on Big Mac. Tweek, though, not having that much percent to spare on his first stock, though. We saw him take the lead at the beginning of the last game too, right? That doesn't necessarily guarantee that he's going to walk away with the game.
No, absolutely not. And you know, want to rewind just a little bit here. You know, Tweek looking very comfortable on the stage, using Lilat's tilt and curvature to his advantage, standing on one side and then using that bullet climax to try to bring Big Mac in.
I want to point out Big Mac's DI during that forward air string was really nice. He managed to sneak out on the top of it before he get carried off fully.
Oh, Big Mac is really scouting out this up smash, and every time he misses, man, it just results in him taking so much damage, unfortunately.
Waits for it, and he gets the air dodge punish with the vanish.
I got to stand up for this.
Yeah, I'm worried about the chair, but I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh my goodness, finding himself the bouncing fish, getting a little bit of extra damage right now, what he needs. And the important thing is, even though he doesn't have the percent lead, he has the momentum lead.
Right, and that's exactly what you're going to need here. You got to tap into some of that, try to run away with this victory here. There's the afterburner kick right into the up air. Pretty cookie-cutter Bayonetta combos, getting the job done. Again, another grab, and gets the situation back into his end of things.
And that's exactly what Tweek is so good at doing. Once again, keeping this advantage state. He's not looking for anything too flashy right now. Oh, just immediate get up into down tilt.
I think Tweek thought he was at the right position for a grab that time.
Oh, that would make sense, yeah. And that is one thing about Lilat, because it does have the slope stages, that plus low profile crouches can make a lot of things not connect.
Good DI there. There's the bouncing fish back. Goes for the up air. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We're moving right into game number 5.
Oh my goodness, I am really scared that if this next game goes down to the wire, that our chairs might not be in one piece.
I'm telling you, dude.
At the end of it,
I'm going to explode. I'm definitely going to explode, G-Pick.
Because like, Rod, that game actually, if Mac won it, I wouldn't have been completely shocked. Like, he was looking very in control for most of that second stock. So Tweek managed to clutch it out. The moment he got Mac to that ledge, though, by staying airtight, he was able to win. He was able to cut off all of that momentum. But if he wasn't able to do that, if the second ledge trap failed or something, that could have been it.
He kept that very, very tight, you know, and being able to scout out Big Mac's returns back on stage, whether that means he caught the roll or he caught the neutral get up, it really went the distance, and it made all the difference in that match. But here we go. Move right into the next game, the final game. Game number 5 here.
Once again on Lilat. Already starting off with ledge trapping for Tweek's favor. Not able to get much more out of that witch twist, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Okay, backwards to the opponent that time. He had the right footwork, and he was positioned properly to go for what could have been either a down tilt or a grab that time. But I think somehow ended up getting turned around.
Because I think he was trying to retreat just to give the afterburner kick enough space. Because he retreated, his back was to Tweek. And there we go, this time F-tilting out of that power shield.
Okay, and I do appreciate the switch here to Bayonetta from Tweek. This seems to be working wonders for him. You know, Cloud Sheik, that's a matchup, another matchup that people have some very strong opinions on who wins it. You know, Sheik has the tools to really stick it to Cloud and so on and so forth. But Bayonetta seems to have a bit of an easier time here versus Sheik. And Tweek kind of displaying just that.
Yeah, being able to have not just like this explosive kill power, but being able to be off the stage relatively unharassed compared to Cloud when off stage really does make a difference. And meanwhile, like his pressure game is still there intact because that comes from Tweek himself, right? That's not just the character.
Oh, wow.
Oh, stealing the second jump there too.
He swung his way out of that corner, man. It was a corner possum right there. Oh, down tilt up air.
Tweek actually getting a pretty strong window this time. The past few times he's been more at 100%, but Big Mac's not letting that slow him down at all. Twist, good stuff, gets the afterburner kick, catching these landings back onto stage here. Big Mac, wow, looking like he's out of answers right now. Finding himself finally some room to breathe. But the question is, where's the bait that he's going to land, right? All of his kills are off of these air dodge baits, so he needs to force that sort of position onto Tweek, otherwise he won't find himself a nice kill.
Absolutely nice, oh my goodness, going to find himself up there in that blast zone.
Tweek getting him off stage, 85% already on Big Mac. Not looking too good for him.
Uh-oh. Okay, afterburner kicks right out of that situation. Good stuff there, forcing Big Mac to just have to respect it. You know, at this later percent, you don't want to challenge afterburner kick. It could open you up for a lot of damage, if not death here. Wow, again, at catching the get-ups off the ledge. There's a forward throw.
The next one will probably kill, given those kill sparks. There we go, just being able to hug the ledge with that witch twist. Waits for an air dodge, but this time Tweek jumps away and lands a back air of his own instead, winning that with a 2-stock.
Right. Round of applause there to both players, man. You know, Chicago showing Ohio, I guess right now is where Tweek is hailing from.
Yeah.
But I think he's still East Coast at heart. A lot of love here on their home turf nonetheless.
Oh my goodness, yeah. The fantastic showing by both players. Big Mac really making a statement with his Sheik right there. Definitely a name I'm going to watch out for in brackets from now on. Really, really clean stuff.
Right, and again, you know, I'm not exactly sure how the PR goes here in Chicago. I know that players come and go, but one thing's for sure, all the players I've ever been on the PR are still feared. Not exactly sure where Big Mac is. I'm not exactly sure if he's even in the top 5, but I tell you what, after that performance, the rest of the world's going to have to watch out for him.
Yeah.